Hey everyone, this is Ashish from Developer Hut and welcome to the next topic of Go for Beginner series, which is ranges. So in our previous session, we saw how to utilize the for loop and some of its few statements which are available in Go. Now there is one more keyword available in Go in conjunction with the for loop, that is ranges, or that is a range keyword. So now range keyword is used to iterate the elements of array, slice or map. It's very useful because you don't have to write the entire for loop again. So let's see the syntax. So syntax is very simple. So syntax is you have to use the for, of course, because it's a part of the for loop. Okay. Then you have to use the index where index values is stored, then the actual value, okay, and then colon equal to, then you have to use the range keyword, okay, and then you can use array or slice or map, okay, and then the open and closing curly brace and the code block which you want to execute. So if you see here carefully, right, in case of for loop, we always have to calculate the length, initialize the counter and increment the counter. However, in case of a range keyword, this is not required. Okay. Now let's see one very simple example and see how range keyword makes our life easy. So let's create one array. So I will say country, okay, and I will say it's a 3 and I will say it's a string array, okay, and let's initialize this. Let's say I will say UAE, okay, then England, okay, it should be double quote, okay, England, and let's say South Africa, okay, with double quote again. So we have an array. Now let's try to iterate this array with a range keyword. So let's use the similar syntax. So I will say for and I will use the index, okay, then I will say value, then we use a colon equal to, then I will say range and I will say country, okay, and we will open the curly brace and I will simply print it. So I will say fmt dot println and we will print both. I will say printf instead, okay, and let's see, I will say %v. We will also add one tab line, so I will say /t, okay, and then %v and let's add one /n, okay, then let's add it. I will say I want to print first index and then value, okay. So let's save this and let's try to run this. So I will say go run and loops.go. So here you can see we have output. So we print the index and the actual values of the array, okay. So this is how we use the range keyword, right? Now there are few more features available in range. So here if you see, we always have index and values from the array, slice or map, right? But most of the time we only wants to deal with the values, right? We don't want index. So if you want to omit the index, then that is also possible. So you just simply have to use the underscore, okay. Let's see how we can do that. So I will say again country, okay, country is already initialized, so we'll simply use for loop. So I will say for and I don't want index here, so I will say underscore and I will say value, okay, and then colon equal to, then I will say again range and country, okay, and I will just simply print it. So I will just copy this, paste it, okay. So we don't have any index here, so I will just remove the index, Okay, let's save it and let's try to run this. So here you can see we only got the values. Similarly, if you want to omit the value and print only index, then you can also do that. Just use the underscore. So I will just simply copy this, paste it, and here I will say index and I will say underscore here. Let's try to run this. Okay, sorry, I forgot to use the I. So just print I and run this again. So here we only got the index. Okay, so this is how we use the range keyword. Okay, so I hope you understand the concept of the range keyword, which is another flavor of a for loop in Go. Okay, so I also added the exercise session in the GitHub repository. So try to do the exercises as soon as you finish this video, so you understand the concept completely. If you have any questions, you can add it in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I will see you on the next one.